see a lot of people here. Shagun has joined. Adil, thank you very much for being here. Parul, thank you so much. We're seeing a lot of people joining in. So I think we should begin. It's good time. And
Sure.
good to go? Okay.
Good to go. Yeah.
Okay. So what do I say about a woman whose art, sculpture, and paintings are as beautiful as her, and vice versa? The colors in her painting are very much like the hues in her life. Some bold, some warm, some cool, some light, some dark, some bright, and some dull. But the artist that she has gathered all these colors and splashed them on the canvas of her life so beautifully that she has emerged a power woman. She is a single mother, a fitness enthusiast, thanks to her son, and her paintings are all over the place. She hobnobs with the who's who, and her paintings have the power to evoke some kind of serenity and calmness in you. Some of the most expensive walls in India adorn her paintings, be it the Piramals, the Bajajes, late Maharani Gayatri Devi, or Baba Kalyani, and many more. Not only that, her paintings have the distinction to be displayed not only in India, but in Taiwan, California, New York, and many such places. On that note, I warmly welcome Madhuri Bhaduri. Madhuri, your name is so rhythmic, I feel it's truly made for an artist. Thank you so much for being our first guest on Empowered Women Who Empower Others by Renu Mehra. A very warm welcome, Madhuri, and welcome to the show.
Thank you, Renu, for calling me. And I've known you for a little while, a few years now. And it's
Yes.
always very, very invigorating to really talk with you because you're also full of energy. And I really enjoy our conversations whenever we've had them and whenever we've been. So, yeah, thank you
Yes.
so much for calling me.
That's true. Okay, I have a list of questions ready for you. So whenever you are ready to answer them, I'm good to
Ready
go. Okay.
anytime.
Okay. So the first question coming your way. How does your art empower you as a woman?
I think, the first thing I can say about my art is I think that's the longest relationship I've ever had with anything. Because right from the age of 17, a few years, a few hours a day moved into many, many hours a day. And it is not just the time I've spent with painting, but it has been a great emotional release for me for so many years, and it has empowered me in the sense that it's made me financially independent. It's kept my
Super.
mind at rest. It's kept my mind at rest. And I can tell you one thing, Renu, which I feel it has made me feel confident of myself in my space that I live. Because I mean, I don't feel shy to say that from the age of, let's say, 25 or something, I've never taken anything from my parents ever. And I have managed to live a decent, good life on my own. And I've come to a stage where I feel that I don't like to ask anyone for anything, and I have never asked. And one of the
Commendable.
things that I felt was that even when I got married, I had got so used to doing things on my own or managing in what I have that my husband used to say that, don't you ever finish, doesn't the money ever finish that I give you? Don't you ever ask for more?
Oh
But
God.
and I think empowerment really is, everybody has it in them. It's just that they don't realize that it is such a great feeling to live within your means. Only you and yourself. Then only you can help somebody else, because empowered means I am able to help another person. First, I have to be able to
Exactly.
help myself, and then try and help somebody else around me. Otherwise, how is it going to happen? So
That's
yeah.
right. First, you have to empower yourself before empowering anybody else. Absolutely. And so well said. And brilliant that from the age of 25, you've never asked anybody for anything. That is really commendable. Now, the second question coming your way. Who or what is the inspiration behind your art? I have seen many of your paintings. They are absolutely gorgeous. But this is something I want to know because they give you a sense of serenity, calmness. So that's something that I've been wanting to ask you for a very long time.
See, there is something I feel about an artist, basically a poet or an artist, or let's say even a filmmaker. You know, most of it, the style of his work becomes something that it is in the recesses of your mind, and you want it to be like that. It's imagination. So you either envisage it, or you want it, or you imagine it, or you would like it to be. So basically, and I love beauty. So there must be something inside that I want to see all the time. Maybe it is whether it's sort of because of the ecological thing, or whether it is because I love nature so much that I feel that it's just you express in the best way. You want nature to be beautiful. It is beautiful, and you want it to be like that. So maybe that is the subject of my work, and it also stems from something that is emotional about you. So. You want it to be beautiful for you, yourself, your surrounding, and everything that comes your way. So it's something to do with the spiritual aspect of each one's journey, I think. So
I
in a
agree. And
simple way,
that is exactly my next question. They say art is a representation of your emotions. So how did your art help you in your tough times? I know you've gone through a period where it was really tough. So how did your art help you at that point?
one is of course it's God has been very kind, of call it whatever, but I mean I never stopped working, whether it's working out on the whether it's my workout or my work. I never stopped even in those really tough times when my husband was really unwell for almost 12 years. And I think maybe I'm kind of spirited in a way. I don't like to sort of show anyone what is going around, because nobody's really interested in. I don't think it's fair to put your burden onto somebody else, and maybe
Very well said.
maybe the sport teaches you that, Renu, because when you are on the badminton court or wherever, you are alone. You are facing a crowd, you're facing your opponent, you're facing so many things, and you have to do it alone, no matter what. And whether your partner is with you or not, you better make it worth the while by trying to win your match. So that probably teaches you to be self-reliant. You just wait for things to happen, or you have to do it. So, and art is something, it's such an emotional release because you're alone. So that is the time you think, and your thoughts all can, you can sort of pour them over your work. And I think it's very, very satisfying, because I think those times were some of the best times. I made some really, I had some really good shows. I had some really, the work was fantastic. And I think if it hadn't been for that, I don't know how I would have really sailed through. So,
Agree. So the emotional connect is very, very strong. Like it shows through your art is what you are saying. Okay.
yeah. And if
So,
you, yeah.
sorry.
No, as a
You were
as a person, you may feel that yeah, she's a happy-go-lucky girl. Of course I am. I am a happy-go-lucky girl because
yes, I know that.
I like to live in the moment. I don't like to carry baggage of the past with me. I try to be as positive as I can, and to surround yourself with people who are positive also, because it's very important for everybody to be happy. I think everybody deserves to be happy. So
Agree.
how you find your happiness? Because the moment you start dwelling on something unpleasant from the past, you're never going to be able to go forward. And today is the time you have. So you should make the most of it in that moment, I think, So if you make it worthwhile, your every moment will be worth the while.
That's fantastic advice. And I hope women, we can live with whatever she's saying, because that is so important. Be it a man or a woman, that is really a theory to live by. Okay, now talking about women, my next question to you is, you use so many colors. So which color, according to you, represents the women best, the strength of a woman best?
I'm losing you a bit. Can you just
Okay.
repeat, please?
Yes, I said
There's a little bit.
you use colors so well. So according to you, which is the color which represents the strength of a woman? If I asked you to choose one color to represent the strength of a woman, what would that be?
I would not say just one color, but I think it's vibrancy of the color that makes it very, I mean, you can use black and it can become vibrant. You can use white and it can become pure. So every color has a very beautiful quality about it. And
The
it's how
intensity,
you
the
use the colors
intensity,
that
the
make it.
glow.
Yes, the glow and the whole exuberance can be shown in how you render the colors and what goes with it. And women anyway love a lot of color around them. At least Indian women, we all love color and we
Yes,
love to
thanks to
see.
you, I'm wearing a nice bright fuchsia to add color to the little bit that we can see of each other. So
Yeah,
that's
we all like
wonderful.
the color. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Though we also love black, but you know, most women love black also. There's no two ways about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. Every color has its own brilliance. You know, you can't take away from anything. So I think even black
Just,
is very beautiful also. So yeah,
yes. Just like the little moments in life, you know, the intensity of a certain moment can change
yes.
everything for you. Okay. Now, before I go to another longish question, I want to ask you some small questions to get to know Madhuri a little better. The first thing, which is your favorite
I
color?
lost you again. Tell me again. I lost.
I can see you well. Which is your favorite color?
My favorite color is actually it is blue.
Okay.
But I love cool shades of blue, green, aqua, anything that is blue. But I can't say I particularly like a color. But yeah, I'm more fond of blue if you ask me. I think
Okay.
so.
What is the
Yeah,
color scheme of your living room?
my living
What
room
is
is
the,
all white. What you see is all white, and I have a lot of art all over. So the art brings in all the warmth and color. I think in a house, I
excellent. So
prefer it to.
everything else is white. Everything else is
Yeah,
white.
and
And
I like solid colors, I think. You know, I like solid colors because I think they have a strength of their own, you know. So, yeah.
so you're not that much into patterns. You are more into solid colors. You're more into solid colors.
Yes, yes, I prefer more solid colors. That's why I think if you may have noticed that most of my paintings also have one major color and then the other colors flow into it, you know. So maybe it's something to do with the character of the person you are or something like that, you know, I think.
Definitely. Definitely. It's your own persona which comes out in the form of colors. There is no
Totally,
two
yeah.
ways about it. Okay. Now, which is your own favorite painting that you're not going to part with, no matter what anybody pays you and why?
There are quite a few actually, very difficult to decide. But me being the person I am, I make a painting. My whole everything is into the painting for a couple of days, and the moment it is over, one day I'm happy. The next day my mind has moved on, you know, into something else. So if you say that favorite, I have not too many favorites as such. And like any other artist, we always feel that no, the best one is yet to come. So it's difficult to say. Yeah, I do have a lot of paintings which I keep for myself, but yeah, I can't say which one.
No, any painting attached to an emotion that you made it at a particular time, like when your son was born or something that you hold on to for
Yeah,
memories.
there are a couple of paintings like I have made very specifically. Like one of it I remember was for the Bhuj earthquake. There was in Bhuj there was an earthquake, and for an auction I had made,
Yes.
I have the big work inside in my bedroom of a boy who's sleeping, you know, and it's a very maroony, huge 6 by 4 painting, and it is of a boy sleeping on these cement pipes. Okay, he's a
Okay.
sleeping boy, and I've shown a small, that is a figurative work. I have shown a small plastic glass lying down on top of the one of the things. Now, what I
Right.
wanted to show was that he was a homeless boy, and
Hmm.
because he didn't have much to lose, he didn't lose anything. So he just slept through the entire earthquake without being bothered. He just had that little panika glass over there, you know. So it just means that if you just hold on to a lot of things, then the loss is even more, you know. So
Bigger.
if you can detach a bit from things, then you don't feel so bad about what is happening. You know, you're able to do.
What a beautiful message that learn to detach yourself and don't carry too much of baggage of possessions because we hold on to those things and that's where our
And then
emotions
you
get
feel bad.
entangled.
It's not worth feeling so bad. I mean, what was yours will stay, and what had to go away will go away anyway. So everyone has
You're
to go
making
away.
you're making so many profound statements that I really
Sorry,
don't know
but
what
I
to
think,
say.
life teaches you so many things that by the time you
Yes,
arrive at a point, it's, yeah.
agree. Okay, I want to ask you, who is your favorite artist other than you?
Uh, of course, I have a lot of favorites. I can't say I don't. But I guess because I'm an abstractionist, I always prefer all the abstract painters, whether it is Raza, who is my very favorite. In
Yes,
fact,
I
when
know
I did
that.
that and yeah, I mean, all abstract painters, whether it's Ram Kumar, whether it's Paul Klee, whether it is, of course, and Vincent Van Gogh, the ever favorite of everybody, where
Ah,
the landscapes of, yeah, so lot of favorites where there is a lot of very strong colors and very strong work. Yes, I am very fond of a lot of painters. Yeah.
excellent. Okay, now normal question. What is your favorite attire to work in, and what is your favorite attire socially?
Um, Favorite attire? Yes, lots of them. Wherever I go, I decide what I want to be. Whether it's a gym wear in the gym, or like tracks and a t-shirt is what I paint in. And then I like to wear all sorts of different clothes. Whether depends a sari, of course, if it's a formal function, or a long dress, which is whatever, whatever it demands. I mean, wherever the whatever the occasion demands is what I would like to wear. Because whether
Yes,
if it's
and
obviously if you're going for a dance party, you have to wear something small, so you wear a small dress, and in order to do that, you have to make sure that you're fit enough to carry it. So
you
it's good.
answered that very well to an image consultant, because that's what we teach all the time. So this is fantastic because it just sounds like music to my ears. Absolutely.
I
Okay,
love dressing up. I've always liked dressing up, whether I
I
was
can
a kid.
imagine with the colors that you play with, it's bound to happen. And which is your
You
favorite cuisine? Which is your favorite cuisine?
Cuisine. Oh, I love food. I love food, but these days it's become more of conscious. You have to be a little more conscious of what food. So whether we're a little more aware of protein and what you should have, and
Ah,
less of carbs, and even if you like the sweets, be a little stingy. Don't eat so much of sweet. But in childhood you could eat everything, but as you grow older, I think one has to be a little careful. And I wish during my sports days I knew so much, because our diets were pathetic, I think, those days, as
yes.
compared to what we should have been eating, But yeah,
So do you play any sports even now? Are you passionate
no,
about
I
them?
don't. So unfortunately, no, because too many sports injuries of knees and back and shoulders and everything that you had. So gym is the only thing I like. Gym, walking, trekking, or jog. If at all, jogging once in a while when you feel fit enough to run. But yeah, not. But I do work out every day.
Yes, I'm aware of that. On that note, I'm going to ask you something that I know
Yeah.
you have a son with whom you share a very, very special bond.
Yes.
And I watched him. We were together in Netherlands receiving our
Yes.
award for empowered women, and he was right behind you, cheering you on. And I thought it was so very beautiful. So, what is the
Yeah.
advice that you would like to give mothers or single mothers to say how to build a beautiful bond with your children?
I think I'm not maybe the best person to ask, really, because I don't think I'm the best person to give advice to anybody. But I think that whatever you are as a person and your values and ethics is something that you automatically transfer to your kids. The things you believe in, and without compromising with those thoughts and your ideologies, if you can live your life, and your children see it for themselves, whether you how you have lived and how you have conducted yourself, how you have presented it to the, and how much you have really put into that relationship is, I think, very important. And there were times I remember, when when I, like I mentioned, there were times when I was not able to give Saurabh enough time while he was growing up. But then when at the moment I realized that in the later part, when I had the time, I would try to give in as much time, because at the end of it, everything needs nurturing and time. So whether it's your house, I like to take care of, whether it's a house, whether it's a relationship, whether it is your child. I think we have to have that much patience and energy to give it.
Was, how do you keep yourself so calm?
So calm. Maybe this also, maybe this whole meditative thing about painting, probably, sort of all your energy goes into that, as well as when I work out, I feel there is a certain tiredness about the mind, because you need to tire your mind, body, and, to keep yourself calm, you need your energy to be spent, I think. So if you spend your energy, you're calm. Otherwise, you're restless. It's, I think,
Okay.
pretty simple. Yeah.
That's wonderful observation that you need to burn your energy to remain calm. So
Yeah.
that is a great tip, ladies and gentlemen. You need to burn that energy to remain calm.
And
Okay.
work
And I
and
think
work and you have to keep working. You have to
you
keep
have to keep
working.
working.
Yeah,
Okay.
because when
Somebody also asked that how was the shift from sports to painting?
see, actually, I was very very. I mean, I don't want to say myself, but I was good at art in school. And I remember my teacher used to always write good, and then all the friends used to say the teacher likes you. That's why she writes. She gives you those
Writes
remarks.
good.
You know how it is in school. But I used to really do for everybody all their submissions, and there are girls who would come midterm, and I would finish for them. So that was something I really enjoyed. And my mother was a classical singer on All India Radio for 50 years. So she
Yes,
was a A
I've
grade
heard her.
singer, yes. And she, maybe the art has, inherently, probably
Enjoyed it.
I must have acquired it. And so the moment I got off from my sport and college, I said, let me start painting. And my dad used to say that, what are you going to paint and do? I remember those days painting was not even considered, and I had got admission. I did my economics in college and stuff like that. So, but painting was, what was a hobby actually just turned out to be a career. I never planned to be,
Yeah.
to do something like
And
this. But
what a wonderful career. What a lucrative career, if I may
and
say so.
I've been so blessed, I think, and I've been happy because of the career, the choice of career. Because you do something you like and enjoy, then you will keep doing. Nobody, irrespective of what happens, you continue doing. And Renu, it just started. It had to happen to me. I can say. I believe in destiny. I feel whatever is carved for you will happen. Like, I
Okay.
had never planned, it happened, and why would, if it was unsuccessful, then I wouldn't have been an artist today. But it started with people collecting my works even before I had a show, so which was something that, in that area, I don't think I have struggled at all, because
That's
uh,
stupendous to sell your paintings even before you've had a show.
yeah, I
Is
mean, that is
absolutely
why I
fantastic.
had a show. That is why one of my friends said, why don't you go and have a show? I said, no, are you crazy? And you won't believe it. I had 60 works in my first show, and I had never exhibited. And then 45 of those were sold, and everybody said, we didn't know you paint. And that was the first comment. I mean, and from then on, I just continued to have, and then I was fortunate to be in Bombay, Delhi, Calcutta for 10 years with my husband.
Yes.
So when you're exposed to all the metros, you get into the real world without anyone around you, undisturbed, sort of thing. And when you're alone, then your mind always wants to do something what you want to do, and it makes it, you get enough of time, and you have the privacy, and you have so much privacy that you better spend it somewhere. So
Spend it somewhere. You need to burn all that energy. Okay.
correct.
One question. Besides art, what other things do you practice to keep yourself empowered?
See, I like to do workshops. I like to take part in, whether it's discussions or whether it is, and I also see empowered in. I feel that in a small way also, if you help the 4, 5, 6, 10 people around you, if you try and make a little better life for them
Life for
around
them.
you, I think that itself is a good thing. So anything that comes your way, if you can improve, my son keeps saying that, why do you care what happens to someone around you? I said, but that is
Hmm.
the basic. Why do you keep lecturing? Why do you keep trying to get into their lives? But that is what I mean. What is the use if I have a little bit of power and I don't, help somebody around me? What is the use of that? So if
Exactly what we say. Empowered women empower others.
yes, because it's nothing to do with hold on, you don't know, you don't hold on to anything. You just need to mix with the world around you, and eventually we're just a part of it. So we're a small little minuscule dot somewhere. So yeah.
Okay. So, according to you, is financial independence a must for women?
Yes, yes. It is totally a must, because only when you earn money, you realize the value of it, the value of work, the amount of energy that goes into it, how difficult it is to earn. Then you value somebody else also. It is not money, because unfortunately or fortunately, money is important, and the world judges you by that. For whatever reason. So uh, if you don't at least look after yourself, then only, like I said, you can look after something else around you. And God forbid, if something happens, what do you do then? You should be
You
prepared.
need to stand on your own
Yes,
feet.
yes.
That's
Whether it
important.
is a
That's
small
very, very
space,
important.
whatever, there's small space, you need to be comfortable in that.
Excellent. Okay, one last question I'm going to ask you is, any tips for women who are holding themselves back? There are a lot of women who don't allow themselves to be empowered. They hold themselves back.
Yes,
So
yes.
any tips for the women out there?
Yeah, I feel that everybody has the power within them. It's just that, we listen too much to people around you who keep telling you, don't do this and do this. And, my family told me to do this and that one told me to. It is not about that. You have come alone. It is your journey. You take people with you, fine, if they fall in line. But I'm not saying don't listen to anybody. It's not about listening, but make your right choice and go for it, because everybody has something in them where they have that power to do it. Finding
Yes.
excuses is the it's very easy to find excuses, but you can find
Yes.
a way to do it. Yeah,
In one of my recent videos, I did say that make choices, because life is nothing but a journey full of choices that you make
yeah,
at every step.
absolutely,
Okay.
totally
Yeah.
agree.
So, Madhuri, it's been a pleasure talking to you and listening to all your profound statements. I hope you've all enjoyed
Sorry
that.
if I
And
sounded too this thing, but it's just that, whatever just came my way, I had to
no,
say.
it comes naturally to you, and I can see it in your art. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank
And
you.
for all those lovely people who were listening to us, who took out time to listen to Madhuri and me, thank you so much. All I
Thank
can
you.
say is, yes, color your life with confidence, with inspiration, with the right choice. On that note, Renu Mehra takes off with a promise that I will be more empowered women. Bye
We'll be
bye and
happy
have
over
a
the
nice evening, all
yeah.
of you.
Good luck to
Thank you,
everyone.
Madhuri.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you. Bye bye.